I'm your RYT 200-hour certified yoga instructor. This is brought to you in part by Wilkes Recovery Revolution and in partnership with Hive Fitness Studios of Moravian Falls. It's an honor to get to share my practice with you guys. We have a wonderful practice. Today's celebration is of calm and self-care. Life can ask a lot of us, and we can constantly be on the go. We're working our bodies, we're getting stronger, and that's great. But it's important to find a little balance, find a little ease and calm into our day, just so we can kind of mentally and physically reset and be our best selves. So that's what this practice is about. If you would like, you can bring a pillow and incorporate with that in your practice, because these are going to be including a lot of stretches, a lot of softening into a position, not so much building heat in this practice, but more so just finding stability. With that said, make sure you're wearing something comfortable that you don't mind moving in. Roll out your mats and we'll begin. Again, thank you for joining me today. I'm excited to get to share this with you. So, a couple options to start off. You can start in seated. You can start in hero pose, where you are relaxing with your legs together. But just an advisory note, this may not be as welcome if you have sensitive knees. But either way, find a comfortable sitting position. And if you do want to still practice in hero pose, I invite you to possibly roll up a blanket or even roll up your mats to make that fit your needs. And as every yoga class, I think it's so important to practice your breathing work. And today we're going to be utilizing an alternating nostril breathing technique. It's perfect for easing anxiety, for finding that calm in your practice today. So, first, let's just take a normal breath in through the nose. Relax your hands on your knees. Sigh it smoothly out. Relax those shoulders. This time, bring your intention in. Bring in some love with this breath. Inhale. Find a lengthening sensation in the spine. Crown reaches up. Exhale, relax your shoulders down. Just one more regular breath here. Inhale. Fill yourself up with love. And sigh it out. Beautiful. Now for the alternating breath, we're going to be using whichever hand works best. For you, it could be the left or right. And we're going to bring in our index finger and middle finger. Now, typical practice, you can also bring in your pinky finger, but for ease, just bring these two in. So the way this works is you hold it down one nostril during the practice and inhale with the open nostril. You hold it and switch fingers and exhale with the other nostril. Then you inhale with that new open nostril and then switch and exhale with the other. You do this however many times you need, but for today's practice, we're going to do it for 5 breaths on each side. So it's going to be a little difficult to inhale and exhale while counting. So you can look at your screens or look at me, and I'm going to give you the cues with my fingers here. It'll be no more than 5 seconds per each, okay? So cleansing breath through the nose without holding anything. Inhale. Side out. Get your hand positions ready. Plug in the right nostril with your thumb. Inhale for 5. Hold and switch. Exhale for 5. Empty, empty, empty. Inhale with this side for 5. Switch and exhale for 5. You may notice that this is feeling different than the other side. All right, repeat this side. Inhale. Hold and switch. Exhale for 5. feel a little ease with the exhale. Inhale together. Switch and exhale for 5. Two more each side. Inhale. Switch and exhale. Very good. Last set. Inhale. And switch. Exhale. I lied. I got the times wrong. So we're going to do one more set, guys. Inhale. And switch. Exhale. Empty, empty, empty. Last inhale with this. And switch. Exhale out. And release the palms down to the knees. Take a big breath in through the nose. And exhale it out. One more inhale. Notice any difference than you've had to begin with. Inhale. Nice long spine here. And exhale out. Beautiful. Just take a moment to notice any changes in your body, any changes in your breath that brought you, just to kick off. And we're going to just take that moment of reflection and carry it with us as we move forward. So again, this is going to be a lot of stretches from the tops of our head all the way to our tippy toes. So get ready for a feel-good practice. So to start off, we're going to do some neck stretches. We're going to inhale, carve a line with the nose, look up. Exhale, use that nose to carve a line, chin to chest. Stretch the back of the neck. Inhale, stay stationary. Increase that stretch in the back of the neck. And exhale, relax the shoulders. Now inhale, carve that line with the nose, look up. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, take that nose, carve a line to look to the left. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, look to the right this time. Exhale, back to center. Last time looking up. Inhale, carve a line looking up. Exhale, use that nose to carve a line down. Now we're going to do our neck rolls. Inhale, revolve the neck so your left ear reaches the left shoulder. Exhale, revolve the head down, chin to chest. Inhale to move your right ear towards your right shoulder. Keep your elbows down to keep your shoulders grounded. Exhale, round forward. Use your breath here, my friends. This is your practice. You don't have to use my cues to guide yourselves. Just use your inhales to guide your ear to shoulder. Exhale to guide your chin to chest. Nice, slow, and controlled movements. No forcing anything, but if you feel a catch or something that just feels really good, you can hang out there for just a little while if you wish. The practice is yours. And be mindful that the only thing that should be moving is from the neck up. So keep your shoulders as stationary as possible. Just be mindful. Have a little playtime here as you're warming up the body, warming up the neck muscles. And on your next time you inhale and go to the right, stay here, keep your heart lifted, breathe. Couple breaths. Just find a nice long stretch on the left side of your neck. Reaching your left ear away from the left shoulder, right ear reaches towards the right shoulder. If you want a little more of a stretch, you can elongate the left hand, just reaching out with the fingertips. Maybe you can move your hand forward just a hair. Should feel really good. And you can close your eyes to help feel the sensations if you need to, or soften your gaze. Breathe here. If you want even more, you can gently place your right hand at the top of your head, placing your middle finger at the top of your left ear. Not so much pushing it down, but kind of guiding the head up and over. Breathe into that space in the neck on the left side. Keeping your heart nice and lifted, spine nice and neutral. Again, the only thing that's changing the spine is the neck up. 2 or 3 more breaths here. If you want to move your left arm a little back and forth, just to find a little natural movement here. Last inhale in, nice big deep breath. And exhale, let it all go. Roll the chin down to the chest. And we'll counter that by stretching our head to the left side this time. Left ear to left shoulder, right ear reaches away from the right shoulder. Heart lifts. Breathe. Again, option to elongate the right hand this time. Maybe moving the right hand a little forward for an extra stretch, extra sensation. Just find what you enjoy here. Maybe place your left fingertips on the top of your right ear, guiding your head up and over. Getting the most out of the stretch. Breathe into that space on the right side of the neck. No forcing the posture, just nice, easy movement. See if we can find a moment of stillness here. One or two more breaths, my friends. And on your next exhale, bring the hands down, roll your chin to chest. Take your time here as you inhale and bring your head back to neutral. Gorgeous. All right, from here, we are going to move into a seated forward fold or forward staff fold. So bring your legs out in front of you like so. Now, here's an option where you can use a pillow or a block for support, but I want you to think up and over as you reach the hands up to the sky with your inhale and fold forward with your exhale. You can have a bit of a bend at the knees. We're not trying to get the perfect fold here. We're just trying to get the most of our practice in our bodies. Just breathe into the lower back near the sciatica. Allow the chin to reach towards the chest and allow release to the back of the neck. Breathe. Yoga doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can just be simple folds and simple stretches. It's focusing on the breath, bringing union with the breath in the body. It's practicing mindfulness. It's putting your life on hold for a minute. Not your life on hold, but putting your to-do list on hold. You're actually stoking the feeling of life by bringing focus into the breath. And when your mind begins to wander, return to that nice, smooth breath. Maybe you find a gentle sway with the neck side to side. And no need to have your hands reach your feet all the way. It could reach your shins or even just at your thighs. Just as long as you can experience your head fully releasing and breathe into the back body. Take a couple more breaths here. your toes nice and active. And use your hands to walk your torso back up. From here, keep those hands walking back behind you and your legs still out long, pointing the toes away, and press your heart open. Maybe you can use that carving the line with the nose to look up, lifting your heart, opening the throat. Breathe into the heart center. A couple breaths. Also is a great shoulder stretch. If you want a little more, you can bend the elbows and squeeze them in together like a grasshopper. Imagine grasshopper legs. And release. Exhale. Let's all take our time as we transition to all fours. Fingertips nice and wide here. We're not doing anything too fancy. We're simply starting in cat and cow. So use your breath. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, round it through. Navel draws in, back arches, pressing firmly away from the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths, just to deepen our positioning here. So breathe deep in cow pose for 3 breaths. Last one, inhale. Exhale, transition to cat pose. 3 deep breaths here. Let your head wow. Let your head hang loose. 2 more breaths. And now we're going to lower all the way down into puppy posture. So walking your hands forward, allowing your heart to melt down towards the mat. Breathe here for a few breaths. Opening the heart space allows a lot more room to breathe comfortably on and off the mat. Just breathe into that space. Breathe into the armpit chest here. Draw the navel in. Two more breaths. And when you're ready, when your next exhale, lower the belly down to the mat and lift your head, Sphinx pose. Simply allow your elbows to rest underneath the shoulders. Now, this doesn't mean you can just let your hands hang willy-nilly. Press firmly into the fingertips here. Press into the tops of the feet, even your pinky toes. Press into the pelvis. Press into all the areas of the floor or mat that meet your body. Remember the root to rise practice last week, making roots here. So you can find lift in the heart, lift in the crown. Breathe deep. Now this is optional, but you can transition to dolphin pose where you just elongate the arms out straight. Still the same positioning for the rest of the body, except with straight arms instead of elbows underneath the shoulders. Really press into the ground with the pelvis and your feet. And release your body completely and fully onto the ground or mat beneath you. Now, from here, I invite you to bring your left hand all the way to the left and up one step. From here, bring your right hand right underneath your right shoulder and press away from the mat on the right side to lift, peek if you need to, and we're opening up that chest cavity here. Now this might be your chest stretch, but if you feel comfortable, you can bring your right foot up and around for even more. Again, that's optional. Again, you can stay with your body on the mat. Just find what feels good here. And release. Switch. And press away from the mat. A couple breaths here. Breathe into that part of the body that's stretching. This is also really incredible for building better posture. And release. When you take your next inhale, press up to all fours. Bring your knees as wide as the yoga mat, toes to touch, and walk your hips back, all the way back, and we'll meet in Balasana, Child's Pose, or Extended Child's Pose. Breathe into the low back body and the shoulders. Breathe here for 3 more breaths, nice and smooth, just to find ease and relaxation here. Maybe you sway your forehead gently from side to side. Give your forehead a massage. Really focus on grounding the tailbone down towards your feet. And when you're ready, you press into your palms to lift back up. Bring your torso to engage. From here, keep your legs where they are. Bring your left hand to the center of your mat. Lift the right hand up high. Wiggle the fingertips. And then we're going to bring the right fingers and hands all the way through. Thread the needle. Rest the shoulder on the mat. Rest the ear on the mat. And lengthen the left arm beyond the front short edge of your mat. Breathing here. Beautiful stretch in the shoulders, stretching in the neck. This is awesome if you work at a desk. If you want a little more, you can take your left hand behind the small of your back and use your elbow to open your chest. Again, that's optional. Breathe deep. One or two more breaths here, my friends. You're doing great. And when you're ready, bring that left hand back to center. Press firmly into that left hand. Lift that right hand back up. Wiggle the fingers once more. And switch. Place the right hand down to the center of your mat and lift the left hand up high. And exhale. Thread the needle to the opposite side this time. Take a few moments here for you. Even things out a bit. You may notice that one side feels differently than the other. That's why it is so important to even things out, to bring balance into your body. All right, bring your right hand back to center. Inhale, lift the left hand back up high. And exhale, bring the left hand down. Back to all fours, knees and hands parallel. We're going to move into our low lunge. Inhale, kick up the right foot. Exhale, draw the knee to nose, squeeze, and look forward and plant the foot in between the palms. Now, take this time to find a nice stretch here in the legs and the hips. Maybe you find a little buoyancy. Heart, keep your heart lifted in this here. Try not to hunker down like so, but you want your heart to lift. Think upward facing dog. Stay light on the fingertips. Bring your attention to focusing your strength in your right foot, in the top of your left foot. Breathe. All right, plant the palms, but walk your right foot or your right toes outwards to spill off the mat. We're going to place the left hand down. Inhale, reach the right hand up high. We're going into lizard. And exhale, bring the right elbow all the way down to the mat. Here's where you can bring your block into play if that's a little too uncomfortable. You can rest your arms on the block here, or you can keep your hands like so. But you want to keep from your right leg splitting out too much. Keep it engaged. Breathe. Find a good stretch in the legs here, which is good for relieving stress because we carry a lot of our stress in our legs. Two or three more breaths here. Nice and easy. Don't force it. Again, if you feel too much tension, and that the intention of the class is to find calm and build self-care, not to force anything that feels unnatural or too straining in the body. Just to find just a good feel-good stretch. Awesome. Walk your toes back to center. Walk your hips back, runner's lunge. For a good hamstring stretch. Right toes focused on your forehead here. Again, you can have a micro bend in that front knee. Again, we're not yogi robots. If it don't straighten out completely, that is fine. And nice and slowly walk, bring that foot back down. Plant the palms and bring the front foot back. And switch. Inhale, kick the left foot up. Exhale, draw it in, squeeze the knee to the chest, look forward and plant it. Find your low lunge. Heart lifts, fingers nice and light. If you need a little more, you can bring your blocks to your side. Squeeze the legs in together like squeezing into an imaginary wall in between your body, or in between your legs. Maybe you find a little bounce, a little buoyancy in the hips here. Breathe. All right. Plant your right palm, walk your foot to the left and spill your left toes off the mat. Inhale, reach the left hand up high. And exhale, bring that left elbow or left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Again, you can have the elbows on the mat, your arms straight, and you're just resting on your hands, or you can even rest on a pillow. Wherever your body is. Find what feels good for you. And it looks different for everyone, so try not to force it. Breathe in lots of love. Breathe out lots of love. Inhale to the diaphragm, the belly. Breathe into the hips. One or two more breaths, friends. When you're ready, lift back up if you haven't already. Bring your foot back to position where it was once before with your low lunge, and then walk your hips back, runner's lunge. All right. Bring your foot back, bring your legs together, feet together. Walk your hips down to your feet and fold forward for Balasana, child's pose. Swim your hands around your body and back to reach toward your toes. And experience the doming sensation as your shoulders open wide. Breathe in the area in between your shoulders. Breathe deeply, my friends. All right, swing your hands back up. Press up to all fours once more. Okay, my friends, claw into those fingertips, kick the right foot up, inhale. Exhale, bring that knee in and cross that leg perpendicular to the other, or that's as perpendicular as you can. If your left foot or right foot is closer to the body, that's fine. We're going into pigeon. You can keep your torso lifted like so, or you can fold. Find a good stretch in that back hip. If you need, you can take the block and place it underneath the hip here. It's a little added support here. Whatever it is you need. Breathe deep. This is a feel-good practice. Again, slow our heart rate. Find calm. You are safe here, my friends. If any bells and whistles start going off, ease off. It's okay. Bring that foot in closer to you, the right foot. You can use the block to support you or pillow. All right, to unwind, you use your back toes to step your knee up a little bit and unravel the back foot. We're going to inhale, kick up the left foot this time. Exhale, bring it in and through. Pigeon posture, pigeon legs. And step the back foot back as much as you need, or back knee. Again, you can keep your heart lifted. Or you can fold. Just focus in on the breath. Again, if your mind begins to wander, return to your breath. When you're ready to unravel, go ahead and step that back knee up just a hair so you can bring legs to unwind. And we will meet with our knees just underneath the hips and use your hands to walk yourself back up. So you're on your knees. If this is uncomfortable for you, roll up the mats and place them underneath your knee. Maybe you can use your pillow or a blanket. Get some padding if your knees are uncomfortable here. So you can either have this where your toes are curled under, like so, or they can be flat. But we're moving into camel. Camel is a really good heart opening pose, and it lifts in the front body and grounds in the back body. So imagine that sensation as you breathe here. So to do this, you have your torso like so, just completely straight. Inhale, find length. Swim your arms up into the sky. And exhale, swim them down and back to reach right below the buttocks here. And squeeze the elbows together. Heart lifts. Maybe you guide your gaze up to the sky. Maybe this is your camel pose. If you want to explore more, squeeze in the buttocks. Guide your hands down to your feet, keeping your heart lifted and head maybe fall back just a hair. Breathe deep. Imagine lift in the front body, grounding in the back body. 2 more breaths. And then bring yourself back to center. And then we are all going to meet in a seated, wide-legged position. Now, your legs don't need to be all the way as wide as the mat. This isn't a competition. Just be as wide as you feel comfortable to today. You may want to grab a block or two and or your pillows. We're going to simply do a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, guide your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Place the hands in front of you. Your hands may barely touch the ground, and that's cool. But just focus in on the breath here. Use the breath work for your advantage. Breathe deep. Keep your toes nice and active, reaching towards your head. As you breathe, you find yourself unfolding, which is kind of ironic because we're folding instead of unfolding, but we call it the unfolding because your body, your hips are opening up. Breathe. Again, no need to force it. Keeping your heart lifted at first, but when you reach a point, you can allow your shoulders to go up and over. Breathe deep here, my friends. Breathe into the lower back body. Breathe into the hips. Smoothly and slowly. Maybe you find a little organic movement, gentle sway side to side. right, when you're ready, use your hands to slowly walk yourself back up to center. Now you have two options here, my friends. We're going to inhale, reach up, twist your torso to face your left foot. And then exhale, forward fold to the left side of the body. You want your torso to be in line with the leg here. Opening, our goal is to open the right lower back here. Now a little extra, you can, and if you're able to, you can grab hold to your shin or foot, swim your right hand to the right, think up and over as you reach your right hand to the left foot. Pulling the elbow back, keeping both glutes nice and glued to the mat. And you can bring your left hand to your right thigh here. Now, not everyone's going to be able to reach towards their toe in this position. I know I can't. It's okay. No yogi robots. If you can, that's amazing, and I commend you. But it's okay if you can't either. Either way, you're attempting something great. Breathe deep. Find calm here. A couple more breaths. Reach and cartwheel yourself back to center. Inhale, walk your hands behind you, lift the chest. Exhale, chin to chest. All right, other side. Bring your left or right hand to your left thigh. Think up and over as you reach your left hand to your right toes this time. Or you can simply go up and over as you fold forward onto the right leg. Options yours. Remember, the main thing is to keep your glutes nice and solid on the mat. Your sitting bones glued down. If you find one lifting up off the mat, ease off because we want to maintain that. And lift from off the ground. You're not getting a true stretch if your bum is halfway off the ground. That's half the work, actually, keeping that glute nice and glued down. Breathe. And cartwheel down. Beautiful. Alrighty. So meet back into those staff pose here. Legs nice and long in front of you. One more forward fold in staff pose. Inhale, reach the hands up high. Exhale, fold. Notice there is a change in your fold compared to earlier. Just notice. Breathe deep. And when you're ready, walk yourself back up. Going in for a little spinal twist. Bring your left knee in, give it a squeeze. Cross that left foot over the right knee. Wrap your right elbow around that left knee here. Heart lifts, inhale. Exhale, bring that left hand behind you and twist to the left. Breathe. Should feel good in the glute. If you want a bit more of a twist, you can place your right elbow to the left of the left knee. Breathe into the abdomen, breathe into the belly. Look beyond your left shoulder. 2 or 3 more breaths. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, release. And switch. This time, squeeze your right knee in towards the chest. Bring that foot to the left of your left knee. Wrap your arm around that knee and place your right hand behind you. Inhale, find length in the chest, and exhale, twist. The left arm around your right knee. And if you want, you can also place your right elbow on the outer edge of your right knee for a bit more of an abdomen twist here. But no cranking. We want to focus in on lengthening our bodies and easing into the twist. Breathe in to lift and lengthen. Exhale to twist a little deeper. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, release. Beautiful. Unravel. All right. Reposition yourself on your mat, nice and long. Point the toes away from your body. Interlace the fingertips and point your index fingers away from you. And this is what we call steeple fingers. And focus your fingers pointing away and your toes away as you gently and slowly, as slow as you can, roll all the way back to your backs. Feel each and every vertebrae here. And then once you reach your back here, we're going to reach our hands up high for a full body stretch here. Wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. Inhale, lots of love. Exhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Keep your knees in towards the chest. Reach your arms out wide and lower the knees to the left for a supine twist. Guide your gaze to the right side for a full body experience. Maybe use your left hand to keep your right knee down. Twists are important too. I like to kind of think of it as wringing out the stressors in the body. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your knees back to center. Draw the navel in. Give yourself a hug here. Maybe you find a gentle sway from side to side, giving your low back a massage. And then your next exhale will guide our knees to the right side this time. Elongating the left hand and bringing your gaze to the left as your right hand guides your knee down. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. You are supported here. When you're ready, bring your knees back in towards the chest. All right. So this is completely optional. There's a few options for you here. We're doing a little something different. We're going to transition to a wall. We're doing leg up the wall pose to kind of inverse the flow of blood here. The best way to do it that I've learned is bring your hips as close as you can, probably about a fist length away from the wall, and lower to the back. From here, you bring up one leg, maybe in the form of like a supine butterfly, like so. And when you're ready, you may lengthen one leg and the other. And we'll stay in this position for about a couple minutes actually, just so this is an inverse of blood flow, bringing all the blood back to your heart center. You can have your hands rest underneath your head. You can have your hands rest on your heart and tummy to feel the breath. The option is yours. Bring fresh blood flow into the body. Breathe deep here. This is awesome if you work on your feet for a lot of your time. This is awesome if you even work at a desk. We spend so many hours of our day with our feet underneath our bodies instead of above our hearts. So just to kind of get a fresh set of blood here, to kind of refresh the system here, this is great in overall benefits. I have read that it is recommended to do this for about 20 minutes for a session. This won't be for that long, but I do recommend if you have the time to incline your feet, go for it. And the benefits are almost instantaneous. Definitely noticeable. Breathe here, my friends. Breathe deeply. Also, just this kind of shifts perspective just a little bit. Having your feet above your heart. Whenever, I know you're literally flipping your world upside down here. But if you think about it, like think of babies, how they, and think of happy baby pose, they have their feet above their head a lot. And they're unconsciously shifting the weight of the blood in the body. And the wisdom I offer there is we have a lot of innate wisdom, natural movements and natural patterns that our bodies incline us to move towards. But it's up to us to decide if we move with that flow. I'm just giving you some tools here. No need to think too much about it. Just breathe, just be. Another couple breaths here, friends. When you're ready, bend one knee and bend the other. And roll over to one side. Be whichever side. And press up. And we're going to meet once more. This is actually where I invite you for yogi freestyle before we enter Shavasana. So it can be whatever you want. I'm going to choose happy baby. Just kicking one foot up and then the other. Switching back and forth. And you could do whatever you want here. You can go into bridge pose, supine butterfly, go into plow pose if you're feeling adventurous today. You can give yourself some knee circles for a lower back massage. You can go into supine pigeon for more leg stretching. But I'm going to stick with Happy Baby for a few more breaths, and then we'll wrap it up. Be happy. Let's celebrate. We took time for self-care. We took time to calm the nerves. We took time onto our mats to carry ourselves off of them. Bring the new wisdom of our practice into the world. Get all the wiggles and jiggles and stretches and motions out of the way. When you're ready, go ahead and spill your feet off the edges of the mat. Relax the palms, facing upward to your sides. If you want to grab your pillow and bring it underneath the head, you can. And just find ease, bringing your gaze to a soft look or simply closing the eyelids. We're going to take a few moments in Shavasana, a few moments for stillness to take in the efforts we've put into our practice today. Just be. I'll cue you for closure in a few moments, but for now, enjoy this moment. Alrighty, friends. Maybe you go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes. Find a gentle sway of the head to one side and another. Go ahead and bend the knees when you are ready. Let them fall to one side nice and gently. When you're ready, you're going to press up and meet in seated. We conclude with our yoga classes with the sacred yoga term by bringing our hands together in gratitude. Give thanks for this moment. Give thanks for being on your mat today, taking the time for yourself. Bow down, chin to chest, and say silently or aloud, Namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this practice today, a celebration of self-care and calm. I'm honored to get to share this with you every single week. This is all thanks to Wilkes Recovery Revolution and Hive Fitness Studios and a partnership with Yoga with George Ethan. Check out our Facebook pages and just know that I'm here every single Saturday at 11 a.m. at Hive Fitness Studios. Feel welcome to tune in to our live stream or in person. I love you guys. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you guys next time.